thanks for joining me. This is Coach Joanna, and class today is EXOS Low Intensity. So thank you so much for joining me. If this is your first workout back in the new year, we're gonna take it nice and easy, keep it, low intensity, just to get our body moving again, kind of help get us back into the same routine. So for equipment for today's workout is you don't need anything, but I would suggest at least having some sort of floor ab mat to kind of help soften some of our floor exercises. So that's the only equipment you need. If you want, you can get some heavy weights to hold for some squats or goblet squats, so something like that you can hold in your hands, or even a backpack that you can wear on for that portion of today's exercise. But that's it, that's all you need. We're gonna pump up the music on your end, no music from me, but please feel free to play your own music of any sort. We're gonna do our warm up right now, and then we have two parts to our strength training, and we are gonna finish with some regeneration. So for our warm up, our pillow prep, just really waking up our core movements, because that's what stabilizes our upper body and our lower body. Actually, we're not gonna be on the ground to start. We're gonna be standing. We're gonna stretch those hamstrings with an inverted hamstring stretch. All right, so make sure that you're on a stable surface. Spread those toes wide to really grip the floor, because if you know me, my balance is the challenge here. And engage that core right now. Really kind of get that core nice and stable, protecting that entire spine, being one movement. Soften our bottom knee, our standing leg, and then kick back our other leg nice and high, leading with the hamstring to try and get that leading with that heel to kind of get this hamstring stretch here. And we're gonna stand. Same thing, other side. Soften that standing leg. Core tight. Try and stare at one spot for balance. And we're just stretching that standing leg hamstring. All right? Keep going. We're gonna do about 3 each side. If this is a challenge for you and you're not getting into that hamstring, another thing you can do is stand, kick the toes up, heel on the ground just above our other foot, and hinge our hips back and stretch behind that hamstring. We're only holding for about 3 to 5 seconds, just warming up those muscles. And then we're done with that one. All right, lunges, we're gonna lunge forward, and then we're gonna add a lateral flexion. All right, so lunge forward, that knee stays down. We're gonna laterally stretch that side with the back knee. So opening up, come back, and stand. Same thing, other side. Step and lateral flexion here. Whew. Really warming up. Stretchings, alternating our steps forward. If you want to walk with this, you can. This is 2 each side. Going for 3. Keep moving, keep stretching. 3, 4.5, 4, I guess 3.5. Last one's 5. Really stretch that arm out. 5, there we go. I'm going to bring that leg in for a leg cradle. So bend down, reach down to grab that one leg, and then bring it up toward our chest, right? Really hug it in, standing up tall, and then bring it back down. Again, bend down, leg cradle, bring it up. Whew. And again, that's 1. Whew. Balance still. Other side, again holding for 3 to 5 seconds. That's 2. You can also sit back and get in deep in that leg. as another option, or make sure you're holding on to something. 3. I like to bring that shin across the body a little bit. So I'm not just hugging the knee, I'm also bringing that shin, that leg up. For 4, one more. Last one. 5, awesome. 5 lateral lunges, just stand in the middle. I want you to step out to the side, hips back and down for 1. And then we're gonna alternate to the other side. All right, hips back and down. So that's 1 total. We're going for 5 each leg. Keep moving. 2, 3, 4, last one, and 5. One more movement to really warm up those legs. Kind of getting our stretch here by getting into these lengthening movements. We're just going to do into 5 curtsy lunges, crossing that knee back behind. All right? We're going to alternate. Ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 each leg. That's it. Just warming up. Not doing too much other than our warm up there. And then we're going to go into our first segment right now. No equipment is needed, but if you feel like this is super easy, we're going to do this 2 to 3 times. So I want you to assess with the first 2, and on the third one, then add weight if you need. If you add weight, it must be something very light, something like 2 to 3 pounds, maybe a soup can, okay? So nothing heavier than that. Our first movement for this section is going to be a bent over, right? Soften my knees, send those hips back to that wall, and my body, my core stays nice and long, right? My torso stays nice and long, and I'm supported by my core and my back muscles here, right? So keep that spine nice and long. I'm gonna take my hands together with my thumbs facing out, right? And I'm gonna bring my shoulders into their sockets. So I don't want them hanging down. I'm gonna bring my shoulders into their sockets. And what I'm gonna do is just keep those hands, which are hanging right underneath my shoulders, bring them out into a T and come back. So I'm gonna squeeze those shoulder blades on the back and come back. So if I'm standing, everything is level, shoulder height, as I squeeze and pull those shoulder blades back. We're gonna do this bent over to use gravity for our strength or resistance here, okay? That's movement 1. Try it now if you want. I'm gonna explain movement 2, which is very easy. You guys know what this is. We're just going to do a alternating reverse lunge, right? We're just alternating which leg goes back, staying nice and stable, making sure those knees and hips stay in line with that hip flexor, right? And then our last one is a lateral pillar bridge. Just means we're doing a side plank on our elbow. And then we are going to add an adduction with our leg here. So we're just going to open up our hip, our leg. Not going too high, we don't want to fling it too high where we're losing that core stability. But that is our movement. We're going to stay together for today's movements. We're going to do each one for 30 seconds. All right, and we're going to start in 10 seconds with the T's bent over. All right, warming up those shoulder blades. You might feel some discrepancies, but that's okay. We're working it out now. And go. Hips back and down, thumbs pointing out, and doing bent over T's. Try and make each side feel the same. And if it doesn't, let us know. reverse lunges in 3, 2, 1, and go. Alternate your reverse lunge. You can do this as intense as you'd like, but it is a low intensity, so keep that in mind. We are just moving, not too much rest. Just really think about those muscles. Maybe you're counting your reps here. And rest. All right, in the center, you can have your ab mat or something soft to hold your elbow. We're gonna do that lateral flexion with our leg. So get a nice steady base. Going up in 3, 2, 1, elbow side plank. And we're just gonna work on lateral leg flexion, or abduction, sorry. So really lifting, you kind of want your toes pointing forward, don't let them point away from the body. One side is definitely heavier than the other. And if it is hard for you, just stay in this lateral pillar bridge. And rest. We're going to do the same thing other side for 30 seconds. Give us a little rest so we can switch and change sides. Elbow under the shoulders. Going up in 3, 2, 1. Hips up. Add that lateral flexion or abduction. I don't know why I keep saying flexion. So really need a nice, strong pillar plank here, or lateral plank. Few more. Count how many you can do. Try and even it out on each side. 3, 2, 1, and rest. That is round 1. We're gonna do it 2 more times. Get a quick sip of water. All right, starting with our bent over tees. I'm gonna do one facing you if you need, and then I'm gonna do one straight from the side. All right, we're gonna start in, we'll give it 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. Shoulders retract back, and then we bring those thumbs. We want them to reach towards each other on our back. Stay with it. And rest. All right, going into those reverse alternating lunges. All right, make sure there's space behind you. 3, 2, 1, and go. Alternate reverse lunges. Stay with it. Pushing through that back toe and that front heel to stand. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Onto our side plank or our lateral pillar bridge. We're gonna do those leg abductions. All right, starting in 5, 3, 2, 1, hips up, and open up that side leg. Try not to bring it too high. With this, start sinking down. We want to make sure we keep that pillar bridge nice and strong. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Other side. Woo-hoo. so just roll right over. 3, 2, 1, and hold. Abduct the leg if you want. This is hard. 3, 2, 1, and rest. One more time. Whew. I definitely have a discrepancy from one side to the other. All right, then over T's again. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1, and go. Try and get that chest parallel to the ground. Count how many reps. Do it well. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Reverse lunges. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and reverse lunge. Stay with it. And rest. All right, last lateral pillar bridge. Going up with that leg abduction if you can. Try and stay with it. Last ones here. 3, 2, 1, and up and hold. Open up that side body just a little bit. You know, leading with and using those abductors. Nice and controlled. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Going up in 3, 2, 1, and go. Again, opening up with that side body. I like to have my hands in the sky for balance for me, but if you need it on your hip, that's fine. I like to reach up to the sky. It helps me feel like I'm keeping that hip up instead of pushing my hand, my hip down. And rest. Awesome job. That's part 1. Part 2, we are going to do a very similar thing. We're going to bend over, but we're going to go, instead of our hands into that T, we're going to go into a Y. All right, like our YMCA. So if those thumbs are still going to be our leading guide here, once they're down together under our shoulders, we're going to spread them out into a nice strong T. Try and keep those elbows nice and long, all right? Get some water right now if you need. Hydration, hydration. With these winter months, so dry. All right, so that's 1, 2, squat. Welcome to add weight. 3 is high plank shoulder taps. All right, however you want, alternating, same side, doesn't matter. We're gonna start with that bent over Y. Like, why am I making us do this morning, right? All right, starting, we're gonna do 30 seconds again. And go, leading with those thumbs. Nice and long arms. Really reach those fingertips nice and long. Stay with it. and rest. Right into our squat. And we have 10 seconds rest between. 3, 2, 1. Deep squats. Come on, even deeper. I know your squats. Get even deeper. Try and get those hips below those knees. Really feel those glutes and hamstrings. You can get as many as you can in this 30 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Planking shoulder taps are next. As many as you can. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and go. Nice wide feet. Keep those hips square to the ground. Three, 2, 1, back to the beginning. All right, we're gonna do those bent over Ys again. This is our last round. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Reach those hands out to a Y. Leading with the thumb. Long arms, come on, stay with it. Three, 2, 1. Squats are next. Nice wide feet. Hips back and down in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Lower. Sit in those heels. Stay with it, come on. 3, 2, 1. And our last one is that planking shoulder tap. Whew. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Try and keep those hips square. You should be able to just stay 3 points on the ground and pretend it looks like you got 4, how your body's staying still. And rest. All right, walking on up. Cooling down, that was our workout today. So we're just gonna do our stretches, our regeneration. We're gonna do knee hugs. You can do this standing or that leg cradle. I'm going to do it sitting. Kind of relax after my workout. I don't know about you guys, but I got my heart rate up. I'm breathing a little heavy. And it's low intensity, we didn't do anything too crazy. We're just going to, again, do that knee hug, leg cradle. So I'm going to either use the assistance of my other leg to help this, or because we're only gonna hold for a couple seconds at a time, you can cross that leg over, come into hug, and pull it in and sit up tight, tall. All right, let's do it. Start bringing that heart rate down. Make sure we're stretching. Another side. Get across the over, knee hug, pull it up and in. Really lengthen that spine. Deep breaths and switch. Switch again. Such a good stretch. Switch again. One more on this leg to make it even. And then again, you can do the next one standing, or you could lay down on the ground with me today. I'm gonna keep my body kind of straight here. I'm gonna take the top leg, grab by the ankle, and I'm gonna pull that back for a quad stretch, but I'm kind of laying on the ground. So you can keep your arm out, you can support your head with it, whatever it needs. But I'm going to squeeze my glutes, press that hip forward, and get a good quad stretch here. Just holding for a little bit of time. Point the toes down towards the bottom of your mat. And then we're gonna switch sides. All right, pull it back again. And switch. I'm not gonna switch just because it's a hassle right now. Again, the other side. Pulling that knee back, pressing that hip forward, really engaging the leg muscles. And switch one last time. Whew. See what I mean? Pull that knee back. Try and keep it low. Sometimes our knee flies up. Try to keep it low, pointing to the back or bottom of the mat. Really opening up that side body. And relax. All right. You guys can go through those stretches a little bit more. Stretch anything else you might need to stretch for today. That is EXOS Low Intensity with Joanna. I'm Coach Joanna, if you don't know. I don't know if I have new faces here, but thank you guys so much for joining me. Please make sure that you're commenting anything. Make sure you're signing in by commenting below. And then also, if you want to share your reps for anything, I highly recommend keeping a track and a log of that. I have my little whiteboard that you see me use, and I keep a track of my reps for everything. It helps me progress and see, you know, how I'm progressing through like my workouts, because not everything is seen on a scale. A lot of our other progress can happen outside and in our workouts. So thanks guys for joining me. I hope you have a good one. Happy Monday for joining me live. I will see you guys later.